If you could put money on the fight, who'd you put money on?
Okay, Islam.
You have to give the edge to Islam.
I think it's going to be Islam Makhachev, man.
It's hard to pick against Islam right now, man.
Islam will win that fight.
Islam is going to just wall.
I can't pick against Islam at this point.
I got Islam.
Islam just going to go out there and pump his money and get a submission.
Okay, so the odds might not actually be in Dustin Poirier's favor, but have you heard some of the curses that are going against Islam Makhachev in this fight? Now, these curses are serious and will have an extreme impact on the fight, so let me just list them to you. They include, champions are 0-8 when Paulo Costa fights on their undercard. That's a big one. That's a big one. Paulo's on the undercard. Well, he's the co-main event. Also, Dustin Poirier is 6-0 in the month of June. That's another big one. Those are like some of the main ones that are spreading around like Instagram and Twitter, but I've got some new ones. I found some even more crazy ones. Listen, hear me out, hear me out. Islam is 0-1 in the UFC when fighting before the 5th day in a given month. He's never won a fight in the first 5 days of a month. When he lost, it was on the 3rd of October, I think. And so he doesn't like that 5-day span. I'm just saying. Another one. Islam, he's never won a fight in June inside the UFC. He's never won a fight. The fact that he hasn't fought in June doesn't have anything to do with that. But also, one more. Just hear me out. Islam, he's 1-1 fighting in pay-per-views that end in the number 2. Like, 1-1. He's a 50-50 fighter. And this pay-per-view ends in the number 2 as well, 302. His loss was UFC 192, and he barely beat Davi Ramos at UFC 242. So, when I say the odds are in the favor of Dustin Poirier, that is what I mean. It might be Poirier's time. His 3rd title shot, 3rd time's a charm. That's another curse too. Alright, I'm done. I'm done BSing. These curses are just funny. The 2 top ones that I listed are like interesting, actually, how champions are 0-8 when Paulo Costa fights on their undercard. That's an interesting curse. And the Poirier 6-0. Okay, he's had some good fights in the month of June. But the other ones I found were some serious ones too. 0-1 in the UFC when fighting before the 5th day. Like, that's... How is he gonna overcome that? That's gotta be in the back of his mind. In reality, the odds are in the favor of Islam Makhachev, and I think the MMA community is just looking to like grab onto these curses to find some sort of way to convince themselves that Dustin Poirier will get it done. And watch, maybe Dustin Poirier will get it done, and then all these curses will be proven right, and MMA fans will celebrate around the world. But I don't know. It's gonna be very tough, as I said in my last video, for me to see Islam Makhachev losing. And if he does, then all the curses are proven right, and we should never doubt a curse again. But some like curses kind of have more of a merit to them, like the 35 and over curse kind of just makes sense. It's the like 35-year-olds in title fights under the 155-pound division are like 2-30 something or whatever. Like, that makes sense because when you're an older guy in the lighter weight classes, you tend to age quicker, and it's a lot reliant on speed in those weight classes and athleticism, and that starts to dip when you get past the age of 35. So things like that make sense, and it's less of like a curse, but kind of just like, hey, this is proving the effects of aging, especially in the lower weight classes. But some of these curses are just coincidence, but maybe they're not. You never know. I could be saying all of this, and then a clip of Poirier knocking out Islam could be playing over top of me in a future video of me proving what an idiot I am. But we'll never know. I just wanted to briefly talk about some of the curses going around and how that is gonna make Dustin Poirier win the fight. And if you don't bet your money on Dustin Poirier, and if you don't think Poirier is gonna win, you actually don't know what you're talking about, and you're a bad analyst of fights. I'm just trying to stay consistent. I don't know what to make a video on. If you made it to the end, thank you for watching, and Peace.